Timeless life philosophies.
Hey there, curious minds. Ready to dive into the mesmerizing world of Carl Jung's philosophy? Strap in for a ride through the depths of the human psyche as we unravel the secrets to embracing authenticity. Carl Jung, a luminary in the realms of psychology and philosophy, stands alongside Freud and Adler as a pioneer of psychoanalysis. Together, they birthed modern depth psychology, but Jung, ever the maverick, veered off the Freudian path to forge his own trail in the wilderness of analytical psychology. Jung's influence extends far beyond the realm of psychology, reaching into psychiatry, anthropology, literature, and philosophy. His legacy is etched in the annals of time as a beacon guiding seekers toward understanding the intricacies of the human mind. Today, we embark on a journey through the labyrinthine corridors of Jungian philosophy, exploring how it holds the key to unlocking the gates of authenticity. So, buckle up, because we're about to embark on an inspiring adventure through the wisdom of Carl Jung. Understanding the psyche. Now that we've got our bearings, let's delve into the core of Jungian philosophy, the psyche. According to Jung, your essence, your entire being, is encapsulated by the psyche, a complex interplay of conscious and unconscious elements. At the helm of this intricate vessel is the ego, the captain navigating the waters of your awareness. However, here's the kicker: the ego, while essential, can only take you so far on the journey toward authenticity. To truly unveil your genuine self, you must grapple with the vast, often murky depths of the unconscious. Jung's model of the psyche introduces a dual-layered unconscious, the personal and the collective. The personal unconscious houses the hidden troves of repressed thoughts, forgotten memories, and elusive emotions that lurk just beneath the surface. On the flip side, the collective unconscious taps into shared human experiences, giving rise to archetypes that weave through mythology and stories. So, as we set sail on this expedition, remember, it's not just about understanding the conscious mind, it's about navigating the uncharted territories of the unconscious. The unconscious layers. Let's peel back the layers of the unconscious, like uncovering hidden treasures. Jung, in his sagacity, splits the unconscious into two realms: the personal and the collective. The personal unconscious, akin to a buried treasure trove, houses the nuances of our individuality, repressed thoughts, forgotten memories, and those ambiguous feelings that linger in the shadows. On the flip side, the collective unconscious dives into the shared experiences of humanity, manifesting as archetypes. These archetypes, akin to universal blueprints, echo through myths, fairy tales, and the narratives of our lives. They are the hero, the villain, the wise mentor threads that weave the tapestry of human existence. Jung's philosophy asserts that these archetypes emerge from the collective unconscious, echoing through our cultural and generational psyche. They aren't just stories, they are mirrors reflecting the timeless aspects of our shared humanity. So, as we set sail through the seas of Jungian philosophy, let's embrace the understanding that beneath the surface of consciousness lies a rich tapestry of both individual and shared experiences, waiting to be unraveled. The journey toward authenticity starts here, in the unexplored realms of our own psyche. The persona, your social mask. Alright, let's talk masks, not the kind we don for Halloween, but the ones we wear every day in the theater of life. Jung introduces us to a captivating concept, the persona. Picture it as your social mask, a complex system of relations between your individual consciousness and societal expectations. In simpler terms, it's the way you present yourself to the world, the impression you aim to make on others. The persona is not a singular mask, but rather a repertoire of roles you adopt in different social situations. Jung acknowledges its necessity, emphasizing that it's a fundamental part of our social existence. Take, for instance, the therapist. Their persona must exude kindness and care to foster trust and comfort. It's a necessary tool for navigating the intricate dance of societal interactions. However, here's the twist: over-identifying with your persona can lead to a perilous path. Imagine it as losing yourself in the roles you play, blurring the lines between the act and your authentic self. Jung warns that this over-identification can have undesirable consequences, like losing sight of your true desires and needs. So, where's the remedy? Jung introduces us to the concept of persona restoration. It's not about discarding the mask, but rather developing a flexible persona that aligns with your true self. Think of it as a conscious translation of your authentic self into the language of societal norms. By restoring the persona, you not only maintain a harmonious relationship with society, but also retain a clear awareness of your true identity. Consider the therapist once more by acknowledging negative feelings and setting the right limits. They integrate their true self into the persona. Restoration is about crafting a persona you are conscious of, a mask you wear deliberately rather than one that fuses with your identity. It's the art of living authentically within the societal framework, a delicate dance between presentation and preservation of your true self. As we journey through the landscape of Jungian philosophy, remember that the persona is not the enemy. It's a tool that, when wielded consciously, can pave the way to a more authentic existence. So, let's explore the nuances of our social masks, treading the path of restoration and rediscovery. Persona restoration. Now that we've encountered the persona and its role in our social theater, let's dive deeper into the concept of persona restoration. Imagine it as a process akin to fine-tuning a musical instrument, crafting a persona that doesn't clash with your true self, but rather complements it in the grand symphony of life. Jung's wisdom encourages us to develop a flexible persona, one that doesn't lead to over-identification or a loss of our authentic self. It's about being conscious of the roles we play, acknowledging the masks we wear, and most importantly, knowing who we are without them. Think of it as a conscious translation of your genuine self into the language of societal norms. Restoration is not about denying or suppressing your true tendencies, but integrating them into your social interactions. Picture the therapist who, instead of suppressing anger, acknowledges it and sets the right limits. They can still be kind and helpful, but when negative emotions threaten to overshadow, they take a step back, prioritize self-care, and maintain authenticity. Restoration of the persona involves a conscious awareness of the roles we play. It's about recognizing that the mask is a performance, a deliberate act tailored for specific situations. By being aware of your persona, you gain the power to integrate your true self into it. No longer confined to the rigidity of societal expectations, you find the freedom to combine your individuality with the roles you play. Returning to our example of the therapist, restoration means embracing negative feelings, setting boundaries, and acknowledging the need for self-care. It's a dynamic interplay between the conscious presentation to the world and the preservation of your true essence. By restoring the persona, you craft a tool that helps you navigate society without losing sight of your authentic self. As we navigate the labyrinth of persona restoration, let's recognize that the masks we wear are not impediments to authenticity, but instruments for its expression. Embrace the dance between societal expectations and your genuine identity, for in that dance lies the harmony of an authentic existence. The shadow confronting your dark side. All right, intrepid explorers, it's time to venture into the shadowy realms of the psyche, the dwelling place of the shadow. Picture the shadow as the darker, often neglected corners of your consciousness, where suppressed thoughts, undesirable traits, and unacknowledged impulses reside. Carl Jung, in his wisdom, posited that everyone carries a shadow, and the more you ignore it, the denser and more potent it becomes. The shadow is the repository of the aspects of yourself you'd rather not acknowledge: anger, vanity, jealousy, and other traits deemed socially unacceptable. It's the part of you that society says you shouldn't have, and thus you bury it in the recesses of your unconscious. However, Jung warns that neglecting the shadow comes at a cost. It exerts its influence unconsciously, steering your life in ways you may not comprehend. Imagine the shadow as a powerful force, an unconscious driver that compels you to act in ways that may seem inexplicable. Have you ever found yourself reacting strongly to a situation and wondered, where did that come from? That's the shadow at play, pulling the strings from the hidden corners of your psyche. So, why confront the shadow? Jung's insight lies in the understanding that only by acknowledging and integrating your shadow can you break free from its unconscious control. It's a call to face the uncomfortable, the disowned parts of yourself, and bring them into the light of consciousness. By doing so, you reclaim agency over your actions, breaking free from the puppetry of unconscious urges. Embracing your shadow. Now that we've ventured into the murky territories of the shadow, it's time to shed light on the process of embracing and integrating it into your conscious self. Picture this as a courageous journey, an expedition into the depths of your own darkness to uncover the hidden treasures within. The first step in embracing your shadow is acknowledging its existence. Take a moment to reflect on those aspects of yourself you've swept under the rug, the jealousy you've denied, the anger you've suppressed, or the desires you've deemed unacceptable. By shining a light on these hidden corners, you begin to dismantle the power of the shadow. Jungian psychology encourages a process of conscious confrontation. Face the shadow head-on, without judgment or condemnation. Recognize that these traits are not foreign entities, but integral parts of your humanity. It's about embracing the totality of who you are, not just the socially acceptable fragments. Next comes the integration phase. Instead of resisting or rejecting the shadow, find ways to incorporate its energy consciously. If you've buried anger, explore constructive outlets for expressing it. If it's jealousy, transform it into motivation for personal growth. The key is not to let the shadow control you, but to harness its energy for your own empowerment. Embracing the shadow is a journey of self-acceptance. It's acknowledging that you are not perfect, that you carry both light and darkness within. By embracing the shadow, you free yourself from the shackles of unconscious influence, paving the way for a more authentic and conscious existence. Remember, the path to authenticity involves confronting the uncomfortable truths within. Embrace your shadow, for in doing so, you embark on a transformative journey toward wholeness and self-discovery. The Anima/animus, balancing your contraries. Welcome to the intriguing realm of the Anima and animus, where the masculine and feminine energies within each of us play a delicate dance. Carl Jung's philosophy introduces us to the concept of anima and animus as the contrasexual elements residing in the psyche. Imagine the anima as the feminine aspect within men and the animus as the masculine counterpart within women. These elements represent a balance of energies that, when neglected, can lead to internal imbalances. Society often imposes rigid gender roles, pushing individuals to conform to stereotypical expressions of masculinity and femininity. However, Jung invites us to explore the full spectrum of our contrasexual qualities for a harmonious and authentic existence. Think of it as a dance between the yin and yang within yourself. Each of us carries both masculine and feminine qualities, and recognizing and integrating these energies is crucial for achieving inner balance. Failure to acknowledge these contrasexual aspects can result in internal conflict and hinder the path to authenticity. Integrating your animus/animal. Now that we've unveiled the concept of anima and animus, let's delve into the process of integrating these contrasexual elements. Picture it as a journey of harmonizing the masculine and feminine energies within, a dance that leads to a more authentic and balanced self. To integrate your anima or animus, begin by observing your own judgments. Notice the societal conditioning that may have influenced your perceptions of what is considered masculine or feminine. This awareness is the first step in recognizing the biases and limitations imposed by societal expectations. Appreciate the qualities that you've been conditioned to reject. If you're a man, recognize the value of sensitivity, intuition, and receptivity. If you're a woman, embrace assertiveness, logic, and independence. These qualities are not exclusive to a particular gender, but are integral aspects of the human experience. The process of integration involves accepting and embracing these contrasexual aspects consciously. It's not about conforming to external expectations, but aligning with your authentic self. For example, a man embracing his anima doesn't diminish his masculinity. Instead, it enriches and expands the spectrum of his identity. Similarly, a woman integrating her animus doesn't compromise her femininity, but allows for a more holistic expression of her being. Remember, the journey of integrating anima and animus is a pathway to balance and authenticity. By embracing the full range of your contrasexual qualities, you create an internal harmony that reflects in your interactions with the external world. It's a dance that leads to a more authentic, wholehearted existence. The self-center of wholeness. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the grand finale, the concept of the self, the very center and circumference of your entire psyche, according to Jungian philosophy. Picture the self as a mandala, an intricate and holistic representation of your being that encompasses both conscious and unconscious elements. At the heart of this, mandala is the self, an archetype of wholeness that acts as the regulating force in your psyche. Unlike the ego, which is centered around conscious awareness, the self is a more expansive entity that oversees the integration of opposites. It serves as a compass, guiding you toward a harmonious union of conflicting elements within your psyche. The self is not an endpoint, but a continual process of becoming. It's the culmination of your conscious and unconscious experiences, a dynamic force that seeks balance and integration. Think of it as the orchestrator of a grand symphony, weaving together the various instruments of your psyche into a harmonious melody. Thanks for joining us on this enlightening adventure through Jungian philosophy. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and let's continue this journey together. Until next time, stay authentic, stay true, and keep exploring the depths of your unique self.